Hi, welcome to my podcast, The Happy Hacker with Ambition. Today is Tuesday. It's 9:30, so I'm exceedingly late. Hello, Iki. Iki's just trotted, absolutely beautiful, all the way round to come and see me. I'm also just going to say, picking up a bit of paper I've dropped out of the car. Are you coming out, Bloobs? Or are you staying in the car? I'm staying in the car. You staying? Yeah, I'm staying. Laura's done the night shift and she's still... and she's taken Lucy to school, she's turned her horses out, she's mucked them all out, and she's put my horse out as well, which I am very grateful for. It's quite mild. So, why am I late? I'm late because it's taking... what I'm doing is I'm waiting for Michael, my husband, to get up, because he's on some pretty strong drugs at the moment, and I'm never quite sure whether he can actually get out of bed properly. So rather than cause things, so what I really should do, and what I've decided to do, because it's not fair on Laura, is do what I used to do, come down to the ponies first and then get back. So come and do them really, really early and then get back. Yeah, that's Iki saying to me, I'm very wet. I'm going to change that rug actually, darling, and put a thinner rug on you, because it's so flippin' mild. So flippin', hang on, just dropped one of, well, half a treat out of Pixie's. There you go. That's yours. Oh, Tia is not gonna... Tia's thinking it's... I'll come to you, Tia, alright? Don't you bother doing that. I'm just gonna get hold of... I'm gonna turn the fence off before I go round. So we've all got a little routine how we do this, as you know, so I'll do that. I've got Pixie's true treat. Indy, come here, darling. Don't beat her up. I won't beat her up. I'm going to change your rug as well and put your rain sheet on. I just don't want hot horses. It's not yours. Yours is over there. Manners, please. Oi! You wait. Don't knock me over. Go on. Then I give Pixie hers. Oh, anybody think they were never fed, wouldn't you? What I have started to do is give just one feed a day, which is what I used to do. And Laura said to me the other day, why are you feeding them twice? Because they go in with hay, as I said before. Right, let's get Tia hers. It's quite good, actually, because... there you go. Look quite warm. But wet. Pixie, I'm going to leave her rug on. She's going, oh, I've eaten it. Well, it's only her treat split 3 ways, isn't it? Yeah. You've got no more? No, you can't have any more. You get fat. Anyway, as I said, I extended the field for them yesterday. I added a bit extra. Pixie's being very brave. She's taking on Tia. Tia's the boss, you know. So I extended the field so that they had a bit further to go into the field, which is what I want to do, because the bit near the stable, not too bad looking at a stable. The bit immediately in front of the stable block is a little bit muddy, not compared to what I've seen a lot of people, but it is muddy. So what I'm doing now is I put all the supplements, all the stuff that they need. It's very important that Tia is fed separately, because she's on 1 bute a day and Eek isn't. After Ken's visit, I gave them the time off, as he said. And then what I'm doing now is I'm just getting the rain sheet for Indy sorted, because I don't want her to... I want them to feel the difference when they've got different rugs on. And she's clipped. So she's got a high trace clip that Laura did. So what I'm doing now is just getting the neck thing on it. The only reason I'm doing that is because she has had her neck completely clipped out. So I don't really want her to get overly much. It's so mild. I'm absolutely boiling in my outfit that I've got on at the moment. But it's waterproof, so you kind of have to go, am I going to be too hot? And if I'm hot, I get grumpy. There you go. You've got to have strong hands to do this flipping. It's great. I love them. The Velcro makes everything a lot easier and it keeps them in the right place. But I've got really weak nails and I'm forever breaking my nails when I'm doing this. I know, it's a nightmare. And I'm just about to put that on around the wrong way. So I've hung the rug over the stable door and I'm just putting her neck piece. So the rug I'm putting on is a no-fill rain sheet, which is a Swish rug that I bought for Indy. There's some photographs on my Instagram page of her in it. It's bright orange, and since her colours are bright orange anyway, I just think that's really good. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going over here. So as ever with something with Indy, you need to put a head collar on her because she's a different pony when she's got a head collar on. Come on. Oh, hello. No, I'm just going to be really nasty and I don't want anything. And, all right then. Okay. She's giving me one of those sideways looks that she does. I'll just get the muck out of her eye and then I'm going to do the same thing for Eek. I need to just take this rug off. Because what they all like to do once they've had their breakfast is a good old roll. Now, Eek always rolls 3 times. And Indy just rolls twice. Tia rolls the once. Yeah, that's Indy rubbing her shoulders on, rubbing her nose against me. She's a bit damp. And this is the thing at the moment. So I'm going to take the rugs off and they're damp. So I'm going to have to try and get them dry. So I might take them home and put them in the kitchen, dry them over the stove. Yep, no, Jill, no. Come here. Come here. Wrong way. So I haven't tied Indy up. I've just got her. She's being a bit impatient, basically. But I've just got her in my hand so that I can make sure I put the rug on properly. 'Cause you need to put the rug on absolutely perfectly with little lady. She looks amazingly clean under it until you look at her back legs, where she's obviously already been rolling. But if you fiddle around with her rug too much, Indy gets really cross. But then that's just Indy. Stay there, Eeky. So the Swish rug has got this lovely front fastening that you sort of Velcro into the top. So you can hear that. So it stays closed. And then you've got the big clips. And do you know what? It's so made. I love rugs that you can do with your gloves on. Makes a massive difference. There we go. And then she's got Velcro. It's Velcro everywhere. Velcro at the front, onto the neck. And then a nice, big, easy clipping system to do it up. I'm actually really impressed with this rug. She's been out in it in some horrendous rain and it's kept her dry. I've also got a 50-gram infill for her as well. Well done, that's quite friendly. She can go for me, that's quite nice. Which I can put on if it gets a little bit colder or if the rain is torrential. Because just with that little bit, it's not going to cause too many problems. It keeps the waterproof, and now it's absolutely chucking it down. But in that really misty rain, that mizzle, stay there. So what I'm now doing is taking her head collar off, and much to her disgust, and you're going to hear her teeth come over in a minute. I'm going to put a muzzle on, but she knows that she can't go out without a muzzle. She's not stupid, are you? No, I'm not stupid. Oh, I'm right. You're not going to bite it? No, of course not, because I'm on radio, so I'm on the podcast, so it's all lies. Everything's lies, what Money says. Yes, so not. Right, come on, you. Oh, it's horrid. So what Laura has done is kept her horses down at her stable field because she's on nights. This is her Monday, Tuesday this week. Picky Pony, I'm going to keep her rug on. I'm just going to see how warm Tia is. I want to change Eek's rug because Eek gets so hot. And the idea is when you groom Eekie. Now she's going to think I want to ride her. So I'm just going to walk out. Still got my cold, which is getting a bit boring because I've had it since Boxing Day now. And it just makes me out of breath. Good girl, stay there. Whoa. Oh, I see, feeling well. I rode in the other day, after Ken's visit, had a lesson with Laura, and my word, what a difference that was. Really floaty, really keen to work, even though oh gosh, I can't believe it. So when I got on, we always use a mountain block. Laura always stands by the side of my horse, because Indy did have a few issues getting on and off. I can't believe I did. So I sprung from my stirrup to get into the saddle, and I just went kapung and punched Laura in the shoulder, and thought I was going over Indy's ears. To their credit, neither of them moved, which was simply amazing. Just seeing it, Eek's plastic covered fillet string reminds me that the lady said her website is working now, so I can order some. And stand. Whoa. Come on, I want to change that rug. You look really hot. No, I think I'd like to keep it on. So she's doing floaty little trot. Anyway, yeah, I was really chuffed. Tia, do you want me to change your rug? Because I think you're going to be hot. Just see how hot you are under here. You're not overly hot, are you? Oh, you are actually. Right, let's change the rugs. All I'm doing is changing rugs. No. This is Eek. Eek normally is really difficult to catch, but just recently has got really good at being caught. So now I'm pursuing her around the field, which really annoys me. Never had a horse before Eek that I couldn't catch. All the other horses I know, I shout and they come up. Joey used to just be waiting for me. He was so happy to be with me. But, you know, Eek's pretty independent. And I have to remember, and I keep saying this in my podcast, she was wild for 10 years. She was wild, running on the Welsh mountains. Beautifully bred, purebred Arab. There's a lot of Arabs bred up on the Welsh mountain hills. And that's what she was. And she was untouched. So, you know, I sometimes think she just zones out. But all the way through, if you're watching and she's looking at me now going, no, I'm not going to ride. No, not going to ride, darling. No, you don't. Doing beautiful trot. That's very nice. But not really the point, is it? This is why it takes me 3 times as long to do anything nowadays. Can't believe it. I used to get up, have everything sorted out in the dark, be back home, wash and change and on the train at 6. I can't believe I ever did that now. Because it just disappears. Time just disappears. It's not a horse, it's the dog running wild. Anyway, I do want to change Tia's rug as well. Tia's looking a bit hot. I'll change your rug as well, but I want to catch this one first, so she knows. Come on! This could be a boring old podcast, couldn't it? Anyway, I will go back. I had a lovely lesson with Laura, even after the horrendous start. Much of his amusement, and, you know, why not punch your bestie, one of your besties in the arm your person who keeps you going. I don't know. Anyway, we went off, and Indy certainly felt different. She felt so much floatier. She moved beautifully. Eek is beautiful here. Because it's raining and she's trotting into the rain, she's completely balanced on the front. It was amazing. I rode Eek yesterday. I started off, I did a lot in walk yesterday because I wanted to make sure that she was right. She felt great. But I don't think you get the same feel in a Wintec saddle, a plastic saddle, as you do with a leather saddle. I think you can feel more the horse with a leather saddle. Good girlie, now we've stopped. Good girl. When you realise all I want to do, yeah, but you needed the extra walk. I probably did need the extra steps, you're quite right. Yeah, because you don't do anything anymore. I can't believe it, this fits you. So what I've done is I've actually used Indy's head collar. Oh, what's a bit tight? Oh, Mum, that is a bit tight. I won't do it up. Come on. Yeah, I've used Indy's head collar to catch her because it was in my hands. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so I did a lot in walk, and then I gently asked her to move in to do some trot work, and the trot work was unbelievable. The movement was unbelievable. Really, really chuffed with her. Really keen to work as well yesterday. Really happy actually to know that that's what she wants to do. So because she is 21, you just come on. You're just not sure, are you, whether you're pushing your luck or not? But no, she did really well. And then for me, on Iki, good girlie. She's like, you've caught me now. Why have you caught me? For me on Eek, what I did then was some work without stirrups, so that I was working on my balance and my core, and just doing that. And then it was really good actually. But happy with that work. Because being outside when you've got cold, even when you feel absolutely lousy, when you're outside you feel a lot better. Gosh, it is mild. It's a pity I don't have a lightweight raincoat, but I don't. Unlike the horses who have several coats. Always spoil your horses, that's what I say. Right, before I take that off, I'm going to go and get the rain sheet for her. Now, Iki has got a Premier Equine, which is the brand that I always had prior to the Swish, because they have a heavier denier. So because it's a heavier denier, they don't let the rain in. I know, I'm going to take it off now. Oh, but you are mega warm under that. And the whole idea of winter is to lose a bit of weight, love. So, yeah, so and then Premier Equine changed their denier. And so, they weren't quite, but not the prices. But that might all have something to do with everything going up. So, Laura found Swish. And I have to say, I'm really impressed. Impressed with how quickly it came, the quality, and everything. And these rugs, again, these are 0 weight rugs. And what you can do with them is just layer it up. So you can put, if Iki needed 50 gram or 200 gram or 100 gram underneath, and I didn't have that weight rug, which I don't actually. I certainly don't own a 350 or a 400 gram rug for Eek, because she is an Arab. She's so hardy. She's always warm. Always lovely and warm to touch. And I just don't want her overheating. And some people, I remember when Sam and I were doing the right weight, and we went to a yard, and the girl said, "Oh, my horse always smells funny." And he was not clipped. A heavy old cob. No, although just because it's cob doesn't mean to say that they are hardy. There you go, my lovely. Take that with you. There you go. Good girl. Well done. Got wet nose. Oh, okay, thanks, Mum. Yeah, and not clipped. And was just over hot. Right, coming to you now. So now I'm going to go to Tia. And I've got Premier Equine for her as well. 0. I've got 2. She's got Eek's old Premier Equine. But that does leak a bit now. If it rains constantly all day, she will get wet. So there's no point putting that on an older horse. And also, even though she is a Welsh Mountain pony, that's Tia. Confusing, isn't it? Because obviously Eek was on the Welsh Mountains and Tia is a Welsh Mountain breed. So it's very easy to get them confused. She's not hardy in the slightest. And I have a photograph of her that I took when I hadn't had her for that long. And we had some cold weather. Just putting head collar on her now. She's, oh, it doesn't fit you though, does it? No. Oh, we don't really need to do that, do we? You'll stand for me, won't you? Yeah, I might do. But then again, I might not. I might just wander off. Tia does what Tia wants. Yeah, and they'd only got rain sheets on. They got Rambo rain sheets on. Because obviously she wasn't, because she is a paddock pony, she wasn't clipped. Standing, won't stand. And she looked cold. She just looked hunched up and not very happy. And I looked at her and I thought, I think she's cold. And I had a chat to my friend Piglet at the time. Not at the time she was my friend, but I mean Piglet, my friend. And she said to me, I wonder if she's cold, Steph. And I went, yeah, do you know what? That's what I thought. So I went out and bought her a medium weight weather beater rug and she's just got this face that just looks at you when I took the picture. It just is like, oh, thank you, I'm nice and snuggly buggly warm now. And she was much happier, and that was the way we went. So I've always had to be aware that she needs more rugging than you actually think is necessary for a little Welsh Mountain fluffy pony. But as she's older now anyway, there you go, that's better. Don't look so hot now. But the problem I've got now is I've got 3 damp rugs, not wet on the inside, and it's meant to get colder tonight, so I'll be changing rugs again tonight. I suppose back in the day when you used to bring all your horses in every night, we used to change the rugs because the rugs were soaking wet, because they were canvas and they were heavy. Right, so what I'm going to do now is hang the rugs up. Yeah, as I was saying, with Eek worked absolutely amazingly brilliantly yesterday. Really chuffed with her. Really chuffed. Right, so how am I going to do this? Where am I going to hang this? I think I'm just going to hang it up here and just get as much air to it as possible. There we go. I put it on, I've got a rack. Well, not rack. It's a load of string, rope. How's that now? I could tie it with that. That'll do it. And so what I've done is I've used the tail clip in one minute. I'm just going to move. It's one of Pixie's rug. Now Pixie's rug is wet that she's got on. I'm just wondering what Laura would like me to do with it. I might message her. She seems happy. Hello. Eek's watching me. She's like, you're in. So what I'm thinking of doing is the same as I've done just moved Pixie's dry rug. Just going to move Pixie's dry rug again. I've got 2 rain sheets for Pixie. One with a neck, one without a neck. I think they both got necks actually. And then I've got a thicker rug, which is what she had on the other night, because she's out. She can get in behind the shelter, but she can't actually get into the shelter. But that is actually helping her, I think. And so what I'm doing now is just clipping up the other one. Now these rugs I've got here, the spot, I don't know if you've seen them on my Instagram page, these are the spotty rugs, and they're from Derby House, and they're warmer. They're, I think, 200 grams, which is what I put on the other 2 that are outside. They're not so easy to do up with your gloves on, as I discovered when I first had that. So going back to the schooling session with Eek yesterday, really pleased. Also really pleased that I actually managed to do some trot work without my stirrups myself. Really pleased with that. And all in all, she worked really well. And I checked her afterwards, as I said to Ken, that I was concerned that after the work that we had done when we were barrel racing the other month, she had only worked up on one side. She had developed a sweat patch under her saddle on one side, which isn't right. It shouldn't be like that. It should be even. So either I was sitting incorrectly, but looking at all the pictures and the videos, I wasn't, or there was something wrong. And that was when she had obviously put one side out and then was about to... Gosh, I can smell cigarette smoke in here. How bizarre. Because nobody smokes. Not round here, anyway. Took the saddle. I knew she felt right. She was striding out much. Her trot was much more floaty, and I was really pleased with that. So that's a start. I don't want to be over ambitious with Indy. I was talking about entering some dressage, but what I think I'm actually going to do before I do any of that, sorry, it's just me behind in with the tarpaulin for that. I was talking about, getting out there, doing some dressage. Yeah, great idea. Let's not get too oversure of ourselves is my reaction to that at the moment. I think the best thing for me to do is just to take her out and do some schooling in different places and see what the reaction is. Hello, no, you're all right. Can eat your hay. That's what it's there for. He's just finally decided to start eating the hay that's tied up. Out there, Tia look a bit miserable, love. Do you want some hay? Tia spends more time asleep now than she ever did. But then she's 27. I'm just going to see. There's a little bit of hay here. Whether she wants any hay. Shouldn't really be. I don't tend to give that much hay. See if she wants it. She might want it. She's standing by. I don't want to put too much out because obviously you've got to be aware that I've got to clean it all up. There you go. Do you want that? She's just sniffed it, that's it. So what I'm going to do is hire some schools, and when it fits in, and probably we'll take Lucy's pony out a couple of times as well, although he's absolutely brilliant going out, just to see that. And then Laura, when she's ready, and only when she's ready, with Bally, come with me as well. So I think it's a good idea to do that, and not be going back and bemoaning the fact that I got it wrong and that I've lost my confidence again. So lots happening, many more things going on. I'm going to going to go and see some dressage and some show jumping this weekend, I think, just to see kind of standard and just have a quick look out. I'm not affiliating this year. I'm going to do unaffiliated everything because I just, well, at the moment I don't have a job, so I need to keep my costs down. And being affiliated means extra money. Going, you know, it all costs money. I don't have that at the moment, and I'm not ready to do that. So I'm going to keep it all unaffiliated, and if we feel we're progressing better, we will get on. That was a very quick turn, Eke. No wonder you're a barrel racer. There is some barrel racing on the 6th of February with a different group. In fact, it was the group that we originally went to watch, Laura and I. And I may have a go with them. I think I am going to have a go with them. Just to get a different take on, you know, somebody else's view on it and what they do. And as I said, I don't want to be committing myself too much with Eke. I don't want to be having to say, oh, I've got to do this every month, or I've got to do it every week and join a league and stuff like that, because I don't know if I really want to do that with Eke. You know, she is an older horse. I know she hasn't got as many miles on her, but it's typical horsey saying, isn't it? Oh, she's low mileage, but they're still a certain age, so they still have the wear and tear on their legs, but in a different way. So that is what I'm thinking. We have got Jessie the farrier coming on Thursday, so busy old day. I've got Indy has new shoes, and this time it will be new shoes because those shoes have been on and off for quite a while. And Jessie said to me that the no holes have got too big now. So because obviously we're not on the roads, she doesn't wear them out. So obviously a set of shoes for me, it's generally just a refit, and that's what it will be afterwards from that. And because she's done every 4 weeks as well, you know, that's just the way of the world with her, and you just have to accept that. That's the kind of horse she is. And as I said to Ken, she's high maintenance, and you know, in that respect, she is looking after her is high maintenance. Eke still is not shod at the moment. Not barefoot, unshod. So she's actually doing really well. Touching wood. I'm touching wood. Yeah, she's looking at me going, yeah. She's doing really well not being shod. Feet seem to be touching wood again, holding up quite nicely. Tia is going to be trimmed as well. So it's a trim for Eke, a trim for Tia, and Pixie Pony is a trim as well. Tia is, you know, Tia and Eke go, I think it's 8 weeks now we're going with them. Eke was is it 8 weeks or 7 weeks? 7 weeks it may be. And Laura has got, I don't think it's Spike this time. No, because it's only 4 weeks. But I think she's got Bally and Hector to be trimmed as well. So I think the only person not being done at the moment will be Spike, I think. I could be wrong, I can't remember. But that's what we're doing. So that's this week planned out. I would like to, I'd like to perhaps take Eke out at home, take her for a hacker over the estate. I've got my new armband for this year, so I might take her out for a quick leg stretch over there and make her do hill for Norfolk, you know. Slight incline, I think most people would say, but it's all good work for her. And also it's a short trip out in the trailer and do that, and then a lesson with Laura on Indy, and perhaps I can walk out with Laura and Bally if they're going to go through the woods, so I'm going to take it from there. Iki's falling asleep, Indy, get the names right, Tia's looking at me falling asleep, but it is so mild, and you have to adjust what you're doing when it's so mild, I think. What else have I got to do? So yeah, that's my plan. I've got to also pump the tyre up on my little trailer again, get some more hay down here. I don't like to bring too much hay down here, as I've said before. I just want, you know, 2 or 3 bales, just that if the weather does change suddenly, I've got enough down here and I don't have to try and negotiate all the ice and everything. I'm going to get on and crack on now, muck out, poo pick the fields, and then go and see what I can do for Laura. Knowing Laura, she would have already mucked out, but she may need her fields poo picking, because she also, though she worked, she also has she takes Lucy to dance and gymnastic lessons, so she used to go straight from school, so she doesn't always have time. So I will go and check that out. At least that means I'm doing something and thanking her in a way for doing mine. So that's my plans at the moment. I will update this after I've done a little bit more riding, and we have a plan of what I can actually do. I really wanted to lunge Indy today. She skidded into the jump the other day, which was really naughty, and refused, and it was just a trotting pole, so she shouldn't have done that. So I do need to get her back out on the lunge line today and do it. A little bit wet, so I have to be a bit careful, because obviously don't want to ruin the field, and also I'm very aware of footing. I don't want her to slip and hurt herself. But that's my plan at the moment. As I've said before, I am the happy hacker. I have loads and loads of ambition. I hope you enjoy listening, and I will update you again soon.